What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back here on Mock Draft Monday. Today we are drafting from the 107 half point PPR. Today we are going to be doing a draft where we are going to be targeting running backs. This is basically a zero wide receiver draft. We're going to try to get the best running backs we can get with our first three picks and try to get our wide receiver options later. So right off the bat, I see Saquon Barkley is available, or excuse me, not Saquon Barkley is available, but I see Bijan available, and I'm going to snag him up at 107 because I think he's an excellent player. So we've already got one stud at running back in Bijan, and Kyron goes one pick in front of us, which is a little less than ideal, but we've still got plenty of options available. Derrick Henry's still out there, Isaiah Pacheco, and we are going to go ahead and take Derrick Henry just because of the touchdown upside that he possesses this year in that Baltimore Ravens offense. So we've got our RB1 or our RB2. They're suggesting me some wide receivers. Let's see who's still out there. Josh Jacobs, James Cook, still both out there. Whew, this one's tough. I take James Cook a lot in this spot. I do have James Cook ranked a little. You know what? I am going to take James Cook. Let's go over here. Select James Cook. He was an RB11 last year, despite only having 12, or excuse me, not 12, I wish. 2 rushing touchdowns. I think he is set for a really good value where he's going in drafts currently. So we've got 3 straight wide receivers, so technically we could take somebody else here. I do think I'm going to wait a little bit on the quarterback position. Let's take a look at the tight end and see if there's any studs out there. Mark Andrews is still available, so we are going to take him in round 4. Give me Mark Andrews, and then we're probably going to start to attack the wide receiver position for the rest of the way out. Okay, so Devonta Smith, he's going to be my wide receiver 1. I'm pretty comfortable with that, especially when you've got a big-time pass catcher like Mark Andrews at that tight end spot. T. Higgins is still available. Love drafting him where he's currently going. Check out that wide receiver values video that's out today. You're not going to want to miss that one. Talk a bunch about a lot of these wide receivers that we'll be targeting here in a little bit. Okay, so taking a look at who's still available, this one's also pretty easy to me. It's Jayden Reed. Another guy I think is just going too late. Just having the opportunity to snag him up in round 7 is just a little bit ridiculous to me. And see, it's like they're just disrespecting him. They don't even put him on the board. But finishes wide receiver 23 last year as a rookie. He's going later than a lot of these other guys are. And like I said, most people don't flash the way he did as a rookie. Expect a lot of rookies to make a big jump year 1 to year 2. Calvin Ridley still out there in round 8. I will take him with that Hopkins injury. I am a little bit more likely to take him just because of I should have paid a little bit more attention to that. You know what? We're going to go 1 pick back, and we are going to take Kyler Murray. Because I do kind of want to see how the draft turns out when wide receiver, I'm just not just shotgunning wide receivers. Oh, and it did work out for us because Calvin Ridley was able to come back around, so we're going to snag him up. I was between Calvin Ridley and JSN there. JSN's still an option, so we're going to take him. Let me pull up the team for us. So we got Kyler, Henry, Smith, Higgins, Andrews, James Cook, Jayden Reed. We've got some really nice options now. And here's the thing about starting running back, is running back, I guess I should say. You still have to take some shots on some of these guys. I do like Rico Dowdle. I think he's got a chance to win that job. But you do have to take a chance on some of these guys just because injuries are so prevalent at the running back position. The value you can gain even from one of these guys hitting is so immense, so it's worthy of it to taking those shots on those guys to me. We can go ahead and take Joshua Palmer here. I was between him and Romeo Doubs. They were both pretty tempting. But I am going to go Palmer. He'll be the number 1 on this offense, and they should be able to score a lot of points. Or he's got a great quarterback, in Justin Herbert. I'm going to snag Doubs here then. There's a rumor the other day that he was the number 1 overall pick. But I like the way the team turned out overall. I think a lot of people are afraid to target that running back position over and over at the beginning of the draft. The wide receiver, 0 RB is so much more popular than a heavy RB draft, which is basically what we did. But my thinking with that is with everybody else is zigging, you should be zagging. If everyone else is taking, wide receivers early, they're, 8 or 9 of the first players in the first round this year are wide receivers. If everyone's doing that, don't be afraid to take the number 1 or the number 3 running back and number 8. There's plenty of people who get that opportunity to take Bijan at 8 or 9. Take a Gibbs at an 8 or 9, a Brees even slips sometimes. Any of those guys I think you're going to do well on. Excuse me. But yeah, I just think zigging when everyone else is zagging is a good idea. Some of the wide receivers that are going in these later range, like Devonta Smith, T. Higgins, you're going to have value on a Mark Andrews, Jaden Reed late. You're still going to be able to find very viable receivers you can roll out there every week with confidence. And you have stud running backs to pair with them and a good quarterback, tight end. Really, I like the way this team turned out. It's a draft strategy I'm not afraid to employ when it actually gets to draft season. Alrighty, if you guys have made it to this point in the video, please hit that like button. Stick around for values. Wide receiver values comes out later today. Running back values are already out. Quarterback values tomorrow. Fantasy football profiles. We got early round decision making. I have 2 more of those videos coming out. Bunch of good stuff, rankings updates, all the stuff you need to bring home that title. League winners coming out very soon, as well as sleepers too. So stick around, hit that subscribe button if winning in fantasy football and winning championships is important to you. It's really a no-brainer. And hit the like button if you have any questions or comments. Drop them in the comment section down below. I'll respond as always. Thank you guys for watching.